Well, good Thursday morning to you here. Chris Hare, the crypto cowboy, bringing you a morning update. We're going to break down Solana this morning. And I'm going to tell you, when I get into these weekly charts, I'm really impressed at what I see. I'm going to tell you right up front before we ever start this video, this move is far from over and there's a lot of upside coming. But stick around, watch the video. I'm going to get into all that now. So, for my background, just a little bit, I am a multiple time world champion rodeo cowboy, and I'm taking the way I practice in the rodeo arena and bringing it right here to crypto and showing you guys how to become world champion crypto traders. But we're going to get into a liquidation heat map right away. Then we'll go into the altcoin index. But what you can see is that there's some pockets of liquidity left right up around 180, 190,000, actually around $195,000. Beyond that, there's nothing, guys. All the short liquidations are about wiped out. People think we're going up, so the long liquidations are piling in. And what you've got to keep in mind is market makers make these charts. They set the charts, do what they want to. They look this way because they chase liquidity. They don't care where your stop losses are. They don't care where your liquidation points are. All they know is they want them. So now you can see the move is reversed. It's coming down for that. Cumulatively, we've got about $300 million worth of liquidations on the long side. To the short side, we've got $95 million. So that tells you a blatant story right there. It looks like the move's exhausted and we're getting ready to come down. Now then, we'll go to an altcoin season index. I kind of did this backwards tonight, so just bear with me. We're currently in a Bitcoin season. Bitcoin's at a 24. What we need to see is altcoins get up into this lighter blue and darker blue before they have their real run. I think that run is coming, but we're going to talk about it here in just a second. But for now, Bitcoin's driving the boat, leading the charge. So when Bitcoin goes up, altcoins will go up. When Bitcoin dumps, altcoins are going to take a beating. It's just the way it is. But let's get into the charts. We'll go over those real quick. We'll start off with the 4-hour chart because it's going to tell us the real-time story here. At the time of recording, we're rejecting the 50 smooth moving average at this point. That what this does is it takes 50 of these candles, takes a composite between the exponential and the simple moving average that I have here in yellow, and puts a blended line on the chart. And these work as super strong supports and resistances. You can see since we had the horrible dump a week ago Friday, we've bounced off of this 50 simple moving average every single time and can't get over it. Looks like we've tried again. We're going to fail, going to come down. So we're in a 4-hour golden zone. Our 50 moving average is here on the 4-hour. This red line is our 50 daily moving average, smooth moving average. I put this on a chart because if we're below this line, we're bearish. I'm looking for shorts. If we're above this line, we're bullish. I'm looking for longs. That's just how I trade, and it works for me. We're also in a macro descending channel. We'll see this better on the daily. These things are bullish because as you work down, eventually you break out and you move to the upside, and the upside's super impressive on this. We'll get to that on the weekly and the daily chart. But I think right now, our next plan is we got to retest this 50 simple moving average. If we fail this retest, our next targets are going to be around $172. If we don't bounce there, we're going to move down to the bottom of this channel, somewhere around $148. All right, that tells you the story. If we can get over all of this, get over the 50 smooth moving average, get over the daily 50, get over the 200 moving average that takes the 200 candles and puts us another support and resistance on the chart, and get out of the bottom of this channel, get a successful retest on this daily, our upper targets are in play already. First stop's going to be about $217. Next stop at your extensions is around $267, $270. That's where we are on the 4-hour. Let's move out to the daily. It's going to give us a better picture. That bull flag makes a lot more sense this way. We keep bouncing off the 50 moving average on the daily. That's pretty bullish. It means it's strong support, and we really want to get out of it. The problem is we're sandwiched between the 50 smooth moving average and the 200. So we're just ranging. We're just bouncing, trying to figure out a direction, trying to figure out which way we want to go. Right now, I think that movement is down. I think we're going to head down. We had a head and shoulders that we never completely filled out all of it. It sits at around $170. Then your bottom of your 786 is about $153. If we can get out of this channel here, successful retest, break the 50 simple moving average, our next targets are going to be $230. Your extensions are all the way up at $293. I talked about this on Ethereum last night. I talked about it on Bitcoin last night, and that's why I think we're coming on down. These trends, they follow a pattern, and you'll see it better on the daily, but we like to work in between them. So what I think is happening right now is we're working our way down to the bottom of this. As this chart fills out, this line comes up, so our targets may change just a little. Now, for the big show, the weekly, this got me excited. We've got a lot of room to go. We're currently testing the 50 simple moving average, and we're sandwiched between the 50 daily average. I think that's why we're just ranging and bouncing and can't make a decision. I know this is getting weaker. The more times you tap it, the weaker it gets. We've gone through it 3 times and we can't break out. So what I think happens here is we probably lose this 50 moving average on the weekly. We come down to the 50 smooth moving average, and we find it at about $157. We could bounce here at $170. We could bounce at $160. In this range is where I'm going to get interested. But when you start looking at top side, you pull a fib from the wave, from the swing high to the swing low. These are what it gives you. Weekly golden zone comes out at $232, somewhere between $217, $251. But we have top side, guys, $348 on up to about $416. If Bitcoin makes a hard run and these alts make a hard run, which I think they might, $614 isn't out of the question. We've got a lot of upside to go. There's a lot of doom and gloom right now, but all hope is not lost. So that gives you a really good idea of what's going on with Solana. I've had a couple of requests for that over the yesterday on some of my videos, so I thought it'd be a good time to go ahead and throw one out. I've been trading it. I keep up with it, so the chart was ready and I'm ready to go. But keep in mind, when I trade, like I said in the video, I trade 50 moving averages. When we're above the 50 on the daily, I'm bullish. When we're below the 50 on the daily, I'm bearish. So that gives you an idea. That's why I'm looking for shorts right now, because we haven't crossed it. When we cross it, I start looking for longs. That's just the way I trade. I use 1% of my total bag. It compounds over time. It's a safer way to trade. And translating that into the rodeo, there's a lot of things I do over and over and over and over and over till I'm sick of it. But what it does, it teaches you muscle memory. It trains your brain to realize those situations, and you look for them all the time. And what happens is when you get on a horse and you go rope a live cow, it's programmed in. You're making the shots you know you can take and you know you can make, rather than making a bad shot, being in a high pressure situation and not being able to perform. And that's what I'm going to bring into crypto. I'm going to teach you guys how to perform under that pressure. I'm going to teach you practice, repetition. Just like the 50 simple moving average, I'm going to mention it till you're sick of it, but it's repetition and it's doing it over and over. So there's hope. There's hope for Solana. There's a hope for a lot of these coins. I'm really getting excited the more I get into the longer term TA. This move's far from over, guys, and anybody that's telling you any different, they're probably not worth following. But that's where I stand. I could be wrong. I really don't think I am, but we'll see. And if I'm wrong, I'll be the first to tell you. But I'm going to wrap this up for this morning. I've got some work to do. I've got a lot of horses to shoe today, so I'm going to get after that. But I'm going to wrap it up. Said enough already. Chris Hare, the Crypto Cowboy. We'll see you down the road.